Is there any headline sweeter than Zohran Mamdani just won the New York mayoral race? Yes, there is. We have his birth data on the astrodatabank.com, so we can see what's unfolding right now. If you are into moving abroad, we will go through marriage timing and also how to see the time of success, because that's definitely his favorite year, 2025, when he got married and also won the election. You can also follow these rules and see in your chart how this is showing up. So let's roll the intro and start with the first point. As usual, we will be opening our beloved trio of Rasi, Navamsha, and Dashamsa. Rasi is the main chart, Navamsha is the confirmer, big supporter of whatever is in Rashi, or it also can cancel whatever is in Rashi, and Dashamsa is the chart of career life, as you can expect, very essential for what we are doing today. First, we will go through his moving abroad, and we know that he moved, he was born in Uganda, and he moved when he was 7. For such early years, we can use the Naisargika years, like Moon is 10, Sun is 6, Jupiter is 16. These are the same years as the Vimshotri Mahadasha. For Mercury, we have like 17, for Ketu, we have 7, and for Venus, we have 20. Why these three are important? Because for moving abroad, the 12th house is important, and also the Badaka. You have to learn about Badaka because this house will be different depending on your ascendant. For a movable ascendant like Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, the Badaka is in 11th house. For fixed signs like Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, it will be 9th. And for dual signs like Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, this will be always in the 7th house. So for example, if you are Cancer, ascendant like Zohran Mamdani, then Taurus, his 11th will be the Badaka, and then you need to check the Venus, the Lord, right? So in 12 we have Ketu, we take Ketu because it's in 12 Lord Mercury, and Venus as the Lord of Badaka. So we have years like 17, we have 7, and we have 20 for Venus, because Venus Mahadasha has 20 years. So if you are 20, then Venus will be active in your chart. Whatever Venus is doing, it will be that. If you are 7 years old, then Ketu and Mars, whatever they are doing, it will be showing up. So because we have 3 options, what we are doing is that we list all possibilities and then we eliminate through other levels. So then we can take Vimshotri, Audayika, Narayana and see how they are supporting. Was it 7? Was it 17? Or was it 20? If there are many coming up, then the first one, right, which comes up will activate, because there can be many events. You can marry 3 times, you can go abroad 3 times. The first one, which will pass through all the filters, will also give the event. At the 7, so the first one, Narayana Dasha was Capricorn and Audayika was related to Libra. Now we have to see, are they supporting going abroad? Is there 12th Lord or Badaka? And for that we see D1, the Rasi, the main chart, and also we have a specific chart, special chart, D4, which is showing the properties, but also foreign abroad or staying abroad. So for this, we can use also the 12th house and the Badaka. And Rahu, is this fulfilling that thing? We see that Rahu is related to the 12th house in the D4. We also see that Capricorn and also the Libra are doing its thing. So we have all ticks for the first time at 7, and he moved to US at 7, right? We know that US is related to Gemini, and 12 he has Gemini. Ketu is not fulfilling very much. Venus also fulfills all 3. There may be more, so the more rules you know, the more you can eliminate and get to the proper thing. You can also use yearly chart, and here we know that here I don't know what happened at Rahu Venus. Maybe he also moved place, but it also is very favorable period to move abroad. 12th house is not only about changing place of stay, it's also about the marriage. Why? Because it's natural Pisces sign and Venus exalts in Pisces. And for timing marriage, we know that in Rasi chart, we have to see which house? 12. And in the Navamsha, which house? 7. So for Rasi chart in 12 we have Ketu, Mercury is the Lord, then we have Sun, Mars conjunction, and Venus is the dispositor. If we take the bunch of planets from Navamsha, we will have Saturn, Rahu, and the aspect of Moon, Jupiter, and Venus. What is the common one between the two? Venus. When he was get married? In Jupiter, Venus. And again, you have 2 super tools, Audayika Dasha and Narayana Dasha. They are also very nice confirmators or canceling out the periods, right? So for his time of marriage, it was a Libra, which was supporting that in Rashi, and Capricorn, which has the same lordship as his 7 in Navamsha, Aquarius. So yes, he can marry in Jupiter, Venus, because the big vote is there from Narayana Dasha and Audayika Dasha, which says, yes, it is allowed. You have a green light. Interesting thing, because Jupiter and Venus is not only the time when he got married, but also when he got elected as a New York mayor. So we have to see how this Venus and also this Capricorn, also this Libra, because these are 3 points which are active in 2025, how they are also activating his success or his overcoming the enemy. But before that, if you are interested in the reading with me, 60 or 90 minutes on Zoom, then please find the link in the description. We can schedule the reading for you, and then we will analyze your chart with the health, relationship, and career life. We will see all the stumbling blocks, and we will try to remove them with the tips, remedies, and the timing. And we will also see what are the future progression of karma, how it changes, and what we can expect. So if you would like to have one, then you can find the link below. And now let's see how this marriage is intersecting with his career life. For a big support, we need the Arudha level. Probably you know the Arudha Lagna. This is the main popular point, which was popularized by our tradition. It was somewhere there in the Shastra, always lying, sleeping, but our Param Guru Pandit Sanjay has brought it and show us how to use it. So now it is everywhere, right? We are using Arudas, we are using Varnadas, all those points, we now know what to do with them. So one of such Arudas is Upapada, probably also you know, is for marriage, but also there is A7. A7 is for relationship, for business partners, but also it shows supporters of other people. So usually in such good period of time, there will be Argala on the A7. Here it is a bit problematic because almost all the planets are giving the Argala on A7, so it's not useful for this chart. For other chart, it may be very useful, it may be only one planet, but for this, we have to use somewhere else. We can see also that his Aruda is in 10 because he left his birth country, so it's not been 4th. Now the planets in the Libra will not be so supportive because it's Sun debilitated, and we have 2 Marana Karakastana, Mercury and Mars from the Aruda, so not the best. But we have very nice Jupiter and Venus in 5th from Aruda, which is showing the support, people who will vote for us. And there is also another very important point I cannot tell here, but you have to trust me that this Leo is very supportive. And what we have there, Jupiter and Venus. If we see the Navamsha, that same Leo happens to be Navamsha Lagna. Now, Navamsha Lagna is a point of fortune in the Navamsha. Venus is also 10th Lord, so it will support going up in the career structure. And also in the Dashamsa, Moon is exalted in the Lagna, right? So Moon is very good candidate, Venus is very good candidate, Venus is in the 8th. This is something we don't understand fully. Maybe I don't know his full biography, but there is some risk. I will talk about this a little bit in the bonus point, but we also have 6th Lord, Venus in the 8th in the Navamsha with those malefics, right? So 6th Lord in the 8th is not the best for the enemy because the 8th is Dushtana. So 6th Lord showing our competition in 8th, it may have a problem. And the 7 is very important for us to win because it is Maraka to the 6th, right? So we have seen that he won and he was married at Dasha of 7th house, because in 7th house of winning over enemy and marriage, we have Saturn, which is 34, 35, and so on. He married and won the election in 34, right? And the same Saturn is in 7th in the Dashamsa. By the way, the Narayana Dasha was Capricorn, so it was activating that Saturn in the 7. The 6th Lord Venus is in the 8, but there are malefics. Now, this malefics may show, I think, this is my speculation, my research, let's call it like that, it may show the revenge of the enemy, right? Why I say this? Because it is something bad happening for the enemy, 6 Lords and 8, but there are also malefics. So the enemy want to do something against you, right? Want to disturb you. So we know that there are those big oligarchs which are collecting some money and they want to do something and things like that. So there is some, I would say, stressful time for him. And if we open his Titi Pravesh, we have Mars and Mercury also in the 8th house, 6th Lord in the 8th. Lagna Lord in the 8th. This doesn't look good, right? We never want to have, it's good for Viparit Raja Yoga, which may show that yes, he won, but also the Lagna Lord is there. So it may be a bit problematic time, especially I would say the November and January. I have used another Dasha and Titi Pravesh again to exclude the time and to be more precise. And here we have the time of 20 November to 19 January, which is a little bit dangerous, right? So the enemy will try to somehow respire maybe some big coalition against him, right? We know it's already happening in some way. Okay, guys, so important for me was to see how 2025 was important to marriage and also winning the election. We have seen how beautiful Jupiter and Venus, which is in his Rasi in the Navamsha and connected to his Dashamsa Lagna, how it got activated, all those blessings he has in his chart, and also how Saturn and the Capricorn Navamsha, how this was also very important to win this election and also to get married, because both in 7th house in Navamsha and 7th house in the Dashamsa and the 10th lord in the Dashamsa, so was activating both essential point in the chart of marriage and essential point in the chart of the career life. Okay, guys, but we cannot do these things without the Navamsha. So if you want to learn how to rectify this, then please watch this video here.